The NBA Finals is set. The Oklahoma City Thunders versus the Indiana Pacers. Both teams are fairly young. Both of their superstars are in their mid-20s. Tyrese Haliburton, who's only 25 years old, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who is 26 years old. But in today's video, let's talk about why the Oklahoma City Thunders has a better chance on winning the whole thing compared to the Indiana Pacers. And guys, if you guys like basketball content, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, as I will be making videos for you guys every week. And now, let's get to it. Before we talk about the Oklahoma City Thunder's strengths and why they are a better team compared to the Indiana Pacers, let's start with the Pacers and their overall situations going into the finals. Well, it's obvious that Tyrese Haliburton will be the main focus for the Oklahoma City Thunder's defense, which kind of will cancel him out offensively or whatever he can contribute offensively for the team. It's gonna take some time for Tyrese Haliburton to really adapt to this new spotlight that he is on, because being on the season and being the main focus defensively is totally different when it comes to the playoffs, when you're the one whose everybody's eyes is on for the next 7 games. But hold up, I never really got to ask you guys, who do you guys think will win the NBA Finals? The Indiana Pacers or the Oklahoma City Thunders? Let me know in the comment section on why, and let's make this a conversation. With Tyrese Haliburton having majority of the attention defensively, this gives a lot of space for Pascal Siakam to really take over offensively as well. I wasn't really that surprised when Pascal Siakam won the Eastern Conference Finals MVP because of that same reason. The New York Knicks defensively, their main focus was Tyrese Haliburton, which goes back to Pascal Siakam taking advantage of that and becoming the Finals MVP Eastern Conference wise. We also have to take into consideration that Pascal Siakam has been in this situation before with the Toronto Raptors, where he won his first championship. In Toronto, Pascal Siakam was basically the number 2 or the number 3 guy at times, where Kawhi Leonard was mainly the number 1 guy. Siakam is way more comfortable playing the number 2 role, or the Robin to Batman, or whatever you guys want to call it, because he wasn't really as comfortable being the number one guy in Toronto, because when Kawhi Leonard left and went to the LA Clippers, the Toronto Raptors wanted Pascal Siakam to be the next guy up, to be their number 1 guy. But if you look at his stats, he wasn't really that comfortable when he was the main focus defensively. And now with the Indiana Pacers, he has a very similar role when they won the championship in Toronto back in 2019. If the Pacers really wants to win against these very talented and young, experienced OKC Thunders, they're gonna have to really utilize Pascal Siakam, and he needs to really step up. Pascal Siakam is definitely the X factor going into the series. But the Oklahoma City Thunder, on the other hand, they're just way more talented and experienced at the same time. Like, it's very rare for a young team to be this experienced, and I don't think we've had this type of experience from a young team in a long time, or maybe ever. Because if you have Pascal Siakam and Tyrese Haliburton offensively, who are, those two, majority of Indiana Pacers scoring are coming from those two, who else do they have? Because they're gonna put either Chet Holmgren or Jalen Williams on either Pascal Siakam or Tyrese Haliburton. And if Indiana ever decide to swing it to the next guard, you don't think whoever that next guard is, it could be Andrew Nembhard or whoever it is, you don't think Lou Dort is gonna lock that up, who is a great perimeter defender? And we haven't even started with their main guy offensively, which is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Yeah, you guys can argue or make fun about how he just gets his points based on his free throws and getting fouled here and there off of some stupid stuff, but man, who's gonna guard him and how are they gonna guard him is my question. Because after that series against the Denver Nuggets, man, the Oklahoma City Thunders as a collective, collectively as a group, they have grown and they had gained so much experience just off that series. It's not easy to just beat a former champion like that, especially the caliber that the Denver Nuggets has with Nikola Jokic, and they were basically in full force. I mean, you could basically argue that they have some problems internally with the new coaching staff and all that switching, but it's still the Denver Nuggets at the end of the day. Because now if you compare the Indiana Pacers journey going into the finals, they didn't really get challenged like that, except for maybe like an injured Boston Celtics. But they didn't even really play them because they lost in the New York Knicks. The Boston Celtics was the only real threat that the Indiana Pacers had. So basically, whoever won against, the Denver Nuggets and the Oklahoma City Thunder series, whoever came out of that were basically the NBA champion, because now it's just cakewalk for everybody. The Pacers beating the Knicks wasn't really that impressive to me. Yeah, you might be able to argue that, oh, they made it look easy, but at the end of the day, the New York Knicks is a newer team compared to the Indiana Pacers. They just had Karl Anthony Towns this year and added some other players that completed the what they call that? The Nova Knicks. If Indiana has Pascal Siakam as their X factor, Oklahoma City Thunder's X factor is Jalen Williams. Jalen Williams played okay against the Denver Nuggets. In that series, he had a little bit of trouble on adjusting, and the Denver Nuggets, they're a good defensive team. People don't give them enough credit of that. But in the series against the Minnesota Timberwolves, man, Jalen Williams turned it around, and he made a big contribution, especially in the scoring end. Overall, the Oklahoma City Thunders are just a much better team. I'm not just talking about physically, talent-wise, youth-wise. They also have the experience to really make it all the way and win the NBA Finals. And unfortunately, I don't think it's time for the Indiana Pacers to really win. I think they already won by making it to the finals. Like, not a lot of people think, based on their experience and talent, to make it this far. I mean, this is a really great bonus for them. But all in all, it's not their time when it comes to experience and talent. So guys, there you have it. Those are the main reasons why I think Oklahoma City Thunders will win the NBA championship this year. And I also made this video about a year ago on why Gilgeous-Alexander was in a better situation compared to Anthony Edwards and Luka Doncic. And it's funny how everything I said in that video is unfolding right now, right in front of our eyes. That video should pop up right now. So go watch that video. And if you haven't done so, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. And we will see you on the next video.